Brandon, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
A pleasure to have you here. It's a long time ago. It's been the third episode, I believe, we've done together. The first two live on Riverside.
Yeah.
So virtual, now it's the first time in person. So
yeah, that's
welcome
true.
Both.
Shit, yeah, I remember that. I used Riverside and it didn't work for me.
Did it not? It's Google Chrome. That's what it is. It's Google Chrome. Once you use Google Chrome, it's different.
Is it?
Yeah, kind of found we've kind of shifted over to in person because you know, LMO sitting down and speaking to people, you don't get much time of the day to do that. Whereby if it's a virtual, you have a bit of connection, but actually being there is different. Like being here, there's no distractions. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
So,
also, you have that conversation beforehand, afterwards of just live and whatever you talk off camera and things like that.
It's like a podcast before you actually speak, technically.
Yeah, 100%.
So, okay.
100%.
What's do you want to do an intro? Or do you want to go straight into it?
Just go straight into it. We're running with it.
What's the most recently, like, give us the update. So we spoke.
I don't remember when we did that last podcast, man.
I think it was like a year ago.
I did it in Australia, I think.
Was it, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. So it must have been more than that because it's like maybe February till March, April time of last year.
We were in comms between then, so it's been a big year. What's been the biggest turning point since then? And what's changed?
The roller coaster of life. I don't know, man. Like, obviously I competed last year, so I think I spoke to you and then we came back from Australia, the summer here, and then we pretty much started prep for that. Competed the back end of last year, October into November. And the things that we do every day, it's like saying like, what's changed in your life? You're like, we kind of do the same shit every single day. Do you know what I mean?
Different packaging.
Yeah, just try and do things better. Like going into this year, it was like, okay, what's the goals? I'm like, same as last year, but just a bit more of it kind of thing. But honestly, it's just live and breathe kind of this life, really.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally it. Not much. I don't want it to change either right now. So.
It's like, it's funny when you said about goals, it's like January hits some like just more of last year, basically. Like it's like more, better, same, more of this, better here, same with this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like almost like, it's funny you said that because, you know, you just love what you do and you're happy with doing it for longer and longer. It's like, let's just do more of it, to be fair. And
I think, like you say as well, like I think when you can see the direction that you want to go in, then it's a lot easier. Like, I don't know where we're going to be in like a year's time, 3 years time, but I know that that's the vision right now. So it's kind of like, I don't know about you, but I'm a lot better at playing longer term games than I am shorter term games.
Completely.
Like I struggle with being like, what's the 3-month goal? I'm like, things take longer than 3 months. So I don't know. So I'm more so like a year, like where do I want to be in a year? Or like, what do I want to see in a year? Or do you know what I mean? Because it's more realistic. I don't know. I think it's just more realistic. Cause
I completely agree, to be fair. It's kind of like almost like the whole thing of like physique development. It's like a year from now, you want to be doing this much time dieting or this chunk dieting, this time growth. Same as like anything else, whereby like you do a diet, you're like, fair, but the real thing I'm really bothered about is like goal by November. It's kind of like interesting. So I love the fact you said that as well. Do you reckon that's come from fitness?
I think it came from my previous sport, I think, from kayaking, because like it was the same sort of thing. It was like you'd have shorter term goals of like you'd have national, in a sense, events sort of thing. So it might come every like quarter or whatever it is. Yeah. But then if you, for example, if you made the British team, like the World Championships and the World Cups is in a year or 2 years' time. So it's kind of like the Olympics. It would be like every 2 years.
Interesting.
Sort of thing. So you'd always be having that in your back of your head. So all those little things are like, okay, I'll work towards this. I want to achieve certain things. But the bigger picture is a World Championships, a European Championships. So I think it kind of came from that as well. I don't really know. And then I think as soon as you realize, like, I think this is kind of when training and business are quite good together, because as soon as you get that moment, be like, it's going to take a fucking lot longer than you think. Like the reality of it, it's a little bit easier.
1,000%. Yeah, it's kind of like, do you want to do the race for the long term, or do you want to kind of like jump in and burn out quick?
Yeah, because we all know how to do shit short term. To be honest,
100%.
It's a lot of late nights. It's a lot of things you probably don't align with, and vice versa. It could be a lot of drugs, like however you want to line it up. It could be loads of different things. Like the short term things are there, but do they align with your morals and actually what you want to do?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Probably not.
It's like, it's funny you said that people can get shit done in the short term. It's like people can come in, and this is kind of like a topic I was wanting to dive into, is like social media and the landscape of that. It's like you see people come and go a lot. And it's often, from my opinion, because they're coming for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
They come in just because they want to blow up, go viral, and then they end up kind of doing it for the wrong reason, and they actually don't sustain that because there's not enough of a reason to, and then they fall out.
Yeah.
So kind of like you've been doing it probably, I think, longer than I have, but I've been doing it for 7 years. You've been doing it almost a decade, I believe. It's like...
Yeah, like personal training. Yeah. Close, yeah.
And you see people now like come in, and there's new coaches come every single week, day, year.
Yeah, it's true.
And then what happens is they're doing it for the wrong reasons, but the people that actually been here for the longest, they're the ones that stand out from what I've seen. And it's because they've done it for the right reasons. Like, nobody's going to do something for long because they hate it.
It's true.
And they're going to do it because they actually see a reason behind it that fulfills them more than anything.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
also, you know, like you just done your shoot when, like a month ago?
Surprisingly, a month ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So it feels like last week, which is wild.
But that's the thing, like, you know, because how long was that? How long was your prep?
That was... On paper, 6 months. It's actually 5 months, 4.5, 5 months.
Okay, yeah.
So it's 20 weeks.
20-week prep, yeah. There you go. Like, the reality of, like, if you look at a before image and then 20 weeks later, people just go like, oh, that's unachievable. Like, that's crazy. I'm like, no, actually, when you dial in and, like, it's amazing what can be done in the short term.
Yeah.
But also, can you sustain that short term 20 weeks for, hey, do this for another 2 years and 3 years? Like, you can't. Yeah. So it's more so like you can do... I guess, like you say, for like if it's business or social media, I'm like, you can go all in for a period of time, but eventually, like, the things that they're just not sustainable. You can't be doing that amount of volume. You can't be doing that amount, like vice versa, cardio, training, dieting. I just don't think anything, especially I guess from like a social media standpoint, it's just find that sweet spot, being like, what can you consistently do for like a long, long time, and what feels second nature to you?
Yeah, it's like, it's funny you said that, because I always like to do a shoot pretty much, I think every June, July, or August I always do a photo shoot. And then the reason why is because that gets me being like, I'm going to clean up what's happening, but not necessarily from a body composition standpoint. It gets me sharp. Yeah. And I find every time you do a diet, you become a new person. Like, there's nobody's ever gone and lost 20 kilograms, 10 kilograms, however many pounds, and be like, you know what, life's the same, the same person at the start and in the end. I find like every time you do a diet, you become a new person. Yeah. And for me, it's almost that part of the year, I'm like, let's really knuckle down and get things done. Yeah. But the rest of the year, we're still doing that, but it's like a 7 out of 10 compared to what the 10 was. Yeah. But I find like just going in and kind of being very much like, this is a short-term goal, it gets me quite excited. Yeah. Because I always come out and I'm like, that's the person I want to become. And you kind of challenge yourself next year to be bigger and better. So. Yeah, because we all want that short-term gratification as well. Yeah. And a dieting phase gives that to you. 100%. Like, if I could diet year round, I would. Yeah, 100%. You're like, I look fucking phenomenal every other day. Like, it does, like you say, I think it's a weird one. Like, well, like you say, to be honest, it's every time you do an extreme thing to your body, something changes. Mentally, you have to do the extreme to actually make it happen. So your mindset just goes to this completely different place that it's never been before. Because last time you're like, if you did a cut last year, you're like, okay, I know I did these things, but I know I can do that better next time. I know I'm older, I'm a bit wiser. I know to rest a little bit better. I know I can push harder on these sort of things. So when you did it this time, it's not like unlocking, but you're just evolving as like a human, as like an athlete, or all these different things. Completely. Yeah. It's like, go on. You just become so, I don't know if from my last one, I felt a lot more calmer. 100%. Because you realize like all these little things that you used to stress about dieting, you're like, fucking irrelevant. And I do like that real structure. 1,000%. And you know what's funny as well? When you finish dieting, you're like, I'm going to go enjoy all this food. And you're like, to be honest, I don't think I want it. The longer you've done it, the less you do it. Yeah, right. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out for a meal. I was like, to be honest, we didn't eat out that same day. I was like, to oats and pistachio spread in a sense in the morning. So it's like literally the exact same routine. And obviously we were a little bit looser on the weekends because of that flexibility, but it wasn't like a blowout. Nah. Whereby most guys I've seen, they diet, they blow out, they gain it back. And it's like they gain 83% of the weight back in the first 4 weeks, which is wild. Yeah. And then after that, it's kind of like death by 1,000 cuts, whereby like when you do it for long enough and you've done it the right way, it's like you kind of don't want to go back. Nah. And you don't even want to like kind of unscrew a little bit. It's like, hey, this just makes me feel good. I want to feel like this forever. That's the biggest thing as well. So it's kind of like, I love dieting, and like I said to you as well, if I can do it year round, I would. But obviously we know like the real transformations when you spend time between diets that actually makes the bigger picture go. Like, is
Gotcha.
it Hattie Boyle that made a post where it's like her side by side before and after? It's like 12 weeks diets, but 12 years building muscle, and it's like completely mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's where the transformation comes from.
Yeah, it does, man. It goes into it's that typical thing, like all the hard work goes into the shit that no one sees.
Yeah.
Because on a dieting phase, like you're always posting stuff because you're like, you look different. There's something to talk about. Your calories change all the time. Your cardio gets changed and all this sort of stuff. Like for me, I'm like, yeah, it's a different drug, whatever it is. But like in a growing phase, you're like, I'm literally just doing the same shit for a year.
Yeah, technically.
Like literally, that is literally it. I'm like, I just need to make sure that I recover in time, and I make sure that I honestly just eat enough. And I'm doing the same lifts. I'm still doing a leg press. I'm still like, nothing changes. It's not glamorous. And you look worse.
It's funny, right?
You
like
you
doing this to not look good.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. Like you just have to you have to emotionally disconnect on both extra. Like you have to emotionally disconnect, be like, am I performing better? And that's kind of it.
It's interesting you said that, to be fair. The reframe with that, like, I'm doing harder and more work.
Yeah.
But I look worse. It's like, you know what? That's kind of like, you look worse before you look better, I find. It's like,
You have to, yeah.
You have to, right? It's like, you're actually going to look, the muscle you build here is revealed at the end of the next diet. But people think, all right, I've gained a few pounds and I see it. I'm like, you don't see it.
Oh, don't.
Like, you're not going to see your chest getting bigger until you finish the diet the next time. So like, people are in like a perma-bulk, which I like to call it, say most guys are, to be fair. They're thinking they're building muscle and they're thinking they're toning up, but they're kind of just slowly gaining weight. And there comes a day where, and we've had a lot of guys say it, but they come like, you know what, actually, I need to diet and I've gained too much weight than I can. And people have this notion where they have to be heavier to look better.
Yeah,
which
that's
makes
true.
sense. You have more muscle, but for most guys, they actually should probably, most guys need to lose 10 kilograms to look good. Like most of them, right? But they want to also gain so much weight because they think that's masculine, but it's not.
Yeah. That's just I think as well, like I don't think both males and females don't understand how long and hard building tissue is.
100%.
Like if you say like, okay, like I'm going to drop a kilo of fat, you're like, all right, a week. You can do that. Like pretty straightforward.
3 days if you need to.
Yeah, like if you can be pretty aggressive and pull off a kilo a week, easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, a kilo of lean muscle mass. I'm like, you're
2 months. If that.
yeah, probably if you're fucking great, probably like 3 to 6 months for someone like for us, because we've been doing it a while. The reality of building that's a long time. And then people don't want to look worse. They don't know, or vice versa. They haven't been guided through the process. Be like, you do have to look worse in order to look better when you diet. Otherwise, you're going to diet down and look exactly the same. Because the reality is, you have to kind of build the muscle and then cement the muscle.
Yes.
It's going to be fresh muscle. So like the newer muscle, when you go into a dieting phase, that's probably the muscle that will be slightly lost
1000%.
in a dieting phase. So you need to like slap that one on, say 3 months, cool, then slap another lot on in 3 months, slap another lot on. So then that last lot, maybe you lose half of it. If that makes sense.
I get it. Yeah, 1000%. It's kind of like insurance policy, right? Gain more than you need to, so lose it back.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. Like we can get away with training. Like if we say, we're going to take a month of training, we'll probably feel pretty crap and like a bit squidgy.
Give me 2 days and I'm kind of jumping out the window.
But the reality is that we've almost like built a savings account up.
Yeah.
So like we've been like £5 every training session. So we got like 20 grand in there. So like if we just take a month off, we're like, still got 1950, like whatever.
You know what I'm saying? It's the one thing I don't get is like when people had to take 2 years off training, I'm like, that's very much like a mindset I've never related to. Like I don't relate to people that don't look after themselves from a physical and mental stance, and it's kind of like it's neglect in the finest way, right? And
It is neglect, yeah.
easy said than done from fitness coaches, but I find like almost like if you don't feel good, pattern recognition is probably the biggest skill you can have, is that recognize things are not making you feel good or things aren't working.
Yeah.
Change them quicker. I think that's the biggest thing, is that people often like, they don't recognize patterns and early signs of negative mental health, getting worse and worse out of shape, and prevent it. And they see it naturally just go that way.
Yeah.
And mostly it's denial from what I've seen. And then it eventually catches up. Right.
Yeah.
So like, I find it'd be quite funny to actually hear your thoughts on this, but do you know when I wasn't the fittest kid growing up. I was overweight most of my entire life, and you see the fit people in high school, college, university, and now you see them. And it's because you're like, shit, you used to be the athletic guy, you used to be winning the race. Yeah, the jock, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like, what's happening? It's like people let themselves go with time. And it's because they don't know how to do the right thing, social media. So they often have like a very much a inconsistent mindset. And 3, I think almost like the standard is not set for them in a sense that they're not around other people doing that. So they end up becoming either the exact same as their peers or the total opposite. It's never in between.
I was going to say, do you think it's environmental? Like if, say for example, a guy got with a girl and he was like training in shape, she didn't do anything.
100%. Yeah.
Like,
I would say so. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's normal because like, if you're in that beginning part of a relationship, you're not truly, I think we would be now, but like early 20s, mid 20s, you're not yourself in that first part of the relationship. You're kind of like, oh yeah, like I'll do that. Or like you wouldn't do that, but like I'll miss a gym session because I want to go to the movies. I'll miss a gym session because I want to go out to dinner with you. Now I'd be like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm not, do you know what I mean?
Cinemas likes.
Yeah, but it's just, so then I think that when you're with someone, it's always like a dripping thing. It doesn't happen. It's like a drip. Like it will slowly, that bad habits, those negativities, and maybe standards that you have for yourself are high. And if someone has lower standards, they're going to drip into you over time. Like you say, it builds up. It doesn't happen like being like, oh yeah, just disappears.
That's such an interesting way to look at it. It's like it drips into you over time. It's like you actually become more and more like the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. And I think that's like, for me, I think if anything, it's made me take it more seriously because I have to be in my A game just for what the person is, not just me anymore, whereby it's kind of made me lean into the fact that, like, I think I said to you a while back, and if I eat a ton of food tonight, I want to feel terrible tomorrow. I want to feel stressed. I'm not going to feel present, right?
Yeah.
And that's me no longer for myself. But by the next day, be like, I'm just going to take it easy and just be here and do my own thing. But if you're there for other people, it's like today's energy is yesterday's food. I always like to think of it is that today's mood is yesterday's food as well. It's like if you're going to feel good tomorrow for whoever's most important to you, depends on today.
Yeah.
And like if I have a Cheesecake Factory and whatever it is, too many of those here, the next day I'm like, I need naps all the time and I need to I'm a bit snappy, and like it's just your frequency completely drops. Like I can't get to a spot where I let myself do that for too many days or even like more than one day.
Yeah.
Like if I have a lunch which is I'm like my gut health is compromised and I don't feel good.
Yeah.
The evening I'm like not snappy, but I'm like not present. I'm not myself.
Because
I find you're just a different person. I find like it drips into you, but I find for some people they actually use it to become better.
Yeah. So God, yeah. I think I'll always talk about it from like my point of view from it is that maybe there is too much pressure. Like as coaches, we always think we need to be at this standard. But I kind of think it's good because I've set this standard so fucking high for myself that I'm like, anything lower, it's less and it's not good enough. So I'm always kind of like chasing that standard of whatever it is. I'm like, I've set it here. So if anything less, it's not good. Is that really bad? Yes, 100% from a mindset point of view, but also like I've kind of just learned that's how my brain works. So it's almost just acceptance. So I'm like, that's fine. Like I know that I aim for here. I'm not always going to hit it every single day, but that is the standard that I'm holding to myself. If I can hit it 80% of the week, sick. Like you say, like on a Saturday, chill, let my hair down, whatever it is, then I'm cool. Like fucking Monday to Friday, it's on it.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's just, but again, I do think, like you say, it's environmental. I think a lot of it's more environmental. Like as soon as you're around people that have high standards and they're doing well for themselves, you're like, oh fuck. But that's kind of what we're saying about living in the UK versus living here. You come here and you're like, I'm the small fish all the time. You're like,
1,000%. It's like, it's funny because like in the first time I actually got in shape, for the first time was when I was around other people that are actually doing that.
Yeah.
And they weren't complaining, they were just doing it and making it look normal. Like they made hard work look normal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, it made it look easy in a sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's where I admire. Like being able to like, for example, I remember the first time was like, we were out for a meal, me, Charlie, a few of the guys, and then like, a few people weren't eating because they had a meal before. I'm like, didn't know you could do that. Then you can go to a restaurant and not eat.
Yeah.
It's like, well, clearly you can just get Diet Coke or sparkling water.
As long as you get
like,
something.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like as in like almost like being there and being present.
Yeah.
Like I was like, fair play. So I don't have to go out and eat out and have to be off track every time.
Yeah, of course.
But also similarly, it's like you can take meals with you where you can. It's like, if you think of it, it's like even like just seeing that sometimes, you'd be like, hey, that's approval.
Yeah.
So like I think sometimes when you get around the people, they give you approval sometimes to be like, hey, like, wake up in the morning, get a workout in. It's normal. It's not like an anomaly.
Yeah.
Or like an action that's kind of like almost even praise, like being fully transparent, I think some people wake up in the morning to go to the gym and they have to tell the people about it, whereby the people that aren't telling anyone about it, they're doing better.
Yeah.
So just make it look normal. You don't tell anyone, just kind of do the work for yourself and the things that you don't see.
Yeah, 100%. Mate, that's, like, I think also, like you say, it's environmental because you give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take my meals wherever I go.
It's pride as well, right?
Because, well, yeah, it's just like, I don't want to, like, it's the same thing. Like, obviously, like, for example, like, go to the airport at midnight tonight. And then I'm like, okay, so I'll probably just take 2 meals with me because that'll see me through kind of the flight or whatever it is. But I'm like, I'm not eating airplane food. I'm not paying for it because it's shit. So why should I? I don't want nuts and peanuts and a crappy
brownie.
Yeah, I'm like, screw this. This is not horrible. And then I've got to sit with it in my stomach and just be squashed up. I'm like, no. Yeah. Like I'm going to take some oats. Do you know what I mean? Like, have meals that I enjoy. Like, how many times, like, probably the same. I go to, like, I've been to, like, eating out a lot. And I go to, like, a nice restaurant and I'm like, is this fucking shit?
Yeah.
Because it's like all these little appetizers of shit. I don't even know what it is. It's like a clamshell, man. When am I ever going to eat a fucking clamshell?
Thank you.
And it's just like, and that was what, fucking £1 million? And you're like, no. I'm like, I just want to go eat some bread, meat, want some cheesecake afterwards. That's actually, you know what I mean?
Real food.
And it's like 20 quid.
Right.
So it's just like, I think people feel obligated to eat and to do things, and because society says so, that's the norm. And anything you do being like, well, actually get up in the morning, going to the gym and working hard. Why is that not the norm anymore?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, it's a bizarre concept. I don't really understand.
Exactly. I think it's so funny you said that about the oysters as well. Like, I'm like, what the hell is a drink? Just give me a cola.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what the hell's that? Like, it looks good. Take a picture of it. But like going out for food, I mean, obviously food is an experience, but it doesn't have to be like glamour.
Yeah.
Go out and enjoy a good meal, be socially present, and you don't need bells and whistles, and you don't need to make it look fancy. Just do it, and the fact you actually did it in your present, that's fancy.
But again, people do that shit so they feel accepted into this fucking world now. So they can get, like, how many, like, Dubai's a great example. Like, these restaurants have these swings there, so you can take a picture of their fucking swing so that you feel accepted because you can post it into, they went to Le Miserable or whatever it's called, a cafe or something stupid. I don't know. But it's, people do it for acceptance 100%. And they do it for, again, it's like, it sounds really weird. It's like a tourist thing. People go to destinations around the world and like, I need to get a picture in front of this.
1,000%.
And you're like, it's why? To like
marketing, I think, as well.
Yeah, it's
so to make it look new.
Yeah, right? It's so clever, like how it's brainwashed us to an extent.
Completely agree.
But yeah, I think that's the thing now. Like, sometimes I get a bit, probably same as you. I get a bit like, what do I post? Because it's the fucking same shit. Like, how many times can I show a picture of a coffee and a laptop in a gym? Like, it's not, and like, that's it. So like, today's good because I'll take a picture of a podcast shoot. Oh my God, I'm doing something different.
Like, it's funny you said that because like, I pretty much do the same things at the same time every single day. I wake up, do my routine, get some work done, go to the gym. Majority of the day is staying in the same place. We have a studio, and we're literally indoors all day. Right up until maybe in the evening, we do a debrief and a walk, and that's me every single day.
Yeah.
Whereby some people think, oh, like their life is boring because they're not doing all these glamorous things. But I'm like, actually, you're probably just being real here as well. Like, the most exciting part of my day to day is breakfast, because I look forward to breakfast every single day. I'm going to go to bed and then look forward to tomorrow's meal.
Yeah.
And then if we go for a coffee, go into a store and grabbing it, that experience is just like high.
Yeah.
Like, the small things, right? You make the small things mean a lot. So like, whereby you don't need to make things look fancy. Like, you almost feel like it's just like, enjoy the life you live and like love the details of it. Because if you can like, I think this ties really well of like, you're proud of how you look, you're proud of how you feel, you make the small things meaningful. Like, if you go out for a walk in the evening and you're super present, you're like, hey, I just feel good to myself. Yeah. That means so much more rather than someone spending thousands on a holiday and spend the entire week feeling terrible.
Yeah.
So, you're on holiday, you're in an amazing place, but you don't feel good. Whereby if you go for a casual walk and you feel good, you eat good, you just look good. Yeah. You have that level of, you make the small details in life just meaningful.
Yeah. We're getting old. That's like
that's what you say.
It's an age thing.
Enjoy like an evening walk and smell the roses.
5 years ago, you're like, let me see the Lamborghini.
You know what? That's a nice little.
Now you go.
It's got like a nice little pink rooftop.
That's it.
Spot on.
And now you walk down like you go into the mall and you're like, those cushions look really good on the sofa.
Admiring things like sofas. Like, we were admiring this table before. I took a picture of that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like the lights. I was like, I like the details here, you know. It's like I could spend a good 30 minutes and just admire it.
Yeah.
And like in the past I couldn't. So it's quite interesting.
But I think that's again, is you can relate that even same with like your, like we talk about like like fitness in a sense, but like look for the small details in it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's always chasing that goal. And I'm like, it's really disheartening, I promise.
Yeah.
Because the same thing, it's like, all I'm fixated on is like a show it'll be 2 years time. And I know exactly when I get there, but I look cool.
Yeah, I think it's great to have that in the future though, because I think
you need it. You need something to drive towards for sure. But it's like, it's the same, like I don't care what people say. If you look good, you feel good. Like you said,
1,000%.
it's absolute, I'm going to say it's absolute cock of shit. This body confidence, like being overweight and be like just shouting affirmations online and shouting all these things, being like, oh, love yourself. I don't mean it. Well, okay, I do mean it, but it's mostly female based, and it's females going, oh, just love yourself, girlfriend, and all this sort of stuff. You're like, no, like a real friend was like, hold on, like go sort your shit out, have higher standards for yourself, look after yourself, meet a nice guy, meet someone that looks after you. Do you know what I mean? Instead of just like being like, oh, you know, how you speak to yourself is the most important thing. I'm like, well, speak to yourself like a dick and get your ass out of bed and fucking work. Like, 100,000%. Like that is just like life is really hard.
Yeah,
like
it should be.
I think that's the thing that I've probably experienced more so over the last 2 years, probably from business and maybe just managing, probably just more variety of clients. Like when you speak to people, like you realize how small your issues are, and people go through a lot of shit in life that I'm very grateful that I haven't gone through many of these things. Who knows what the future holds? But you just realize you worry about the most stupidest shit on a day to day, when actually just sometimes you just need to wake the fuck up 100%. And 100%. Just I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you just need to have those standards and be like, nah, like I'm fucking grateful. I shouldn't be, I don't know, just completely agree. I don't even know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, I love the fact that the body positivity movement has gone so far where people start to make people that are fit feel terrible for doing it sometimes. Not in that sense, but almost like, I think the body positivity, like the movement of...
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I know what you mean. It's like, it's a way for people that are less to feel more.
100%. It's like jealousy, right? At the end of the day. It's like, I'm looking at a fit person there. He's getting up and eating his meals and that looks sad and boring. He's actually not.
It's like, kind of, yeah, it's like how you say, like, I saw something good the other day. Like, I can be jealous or vice versa. The other word to say, or the more positive word is just inspired. They're kind of both the same things, but it's just like, you can label it from a negative term of jealousy, or you can label it be like, I'm not there yet. Will I ever get there? But I'm inspired.
I completely agree. Yeah. And I think like, you know, when someone says like, I've had it so many times with I meet someone that I've known for a while. It's like, yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, like trying to catch up to you. I'm like, you know, people say I was trying to be like you in a sense. I'm like, that's belittling themselves. Yeah. And like little things like, if I look like that, if I could do that, if I was as strong as you are, it's like you belittling yourself here. Is that self-talk? Is it? It
is, but also then sometimes it's a bit of an insult to us.
100%.
It's being like, well, if someone goes like, oh, I'd be strong as you, I'm like, what do you think? We just
take a while.
Also, I don't think I'm strong at all. I don't think I am at all. I don't want to be strong to an extent. Like I'm always trying to be stronger, but like it's taken away from a lot of repetitions.
Agreed.
And just because you've done the reps for a couple of weeks, I'm like, do the reps when you really don't want to do it. Do the reps when relationships aren't in the greatest, but do the reps when it's been a really hard day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do the reps when we do the reps. I think it takes, so it's a bit like being like, again, it's just a small mindset. It's just 100%. A small mindset being like, okay, I'm going to shift the blame onto someone else or make me feel better. Because I could be doing, oh, like, Irtaza is doing way better at me. Look at him, like he's got this. But I'm like, do you know what I mean? Or I can be like, the way that I'm speaking right now is fucking childish.
Yeah. It's, you know, like I was thinking this a while back. I'm almost like, I think one of the best questions you can ask is like, how would you want us to describe you? And I've always said to like, I've always used that as motivation. Is like, I always want to look at myself and think like, from an external eye, like he's always getting better. He's always getting better shape. He's pushing. Yeah. He's being more creative. He's better for his partner, better for his business. And it's like showing up better every single time is like the biggest motivator for me. It's like the last thing I want to do is stay stagnant because I know I'll regress and eventually kind of be something, kind of stuck in the past where I was like, I used to be like that, but I'm no longer anymore.
Yeah.
So I think like, I feel like if you're not progressing in life, you're dying, to be honest. And some people end up living the same day to day until the day they die. And it's like, you live the 31st year of your life for the next 60 years. And it's like the exact same, right? It's like, I personally, and we were speaking about this as well, like you get an itch just to be better. And like, you're like, there is something out there for me. And there's only a number of people that actually tap into that. One, confidence, two, environment is probably the biggest thing that holds them back. But oftentimes I feel like if you want to live the best life, you need goals. And I think it doesn't have to be fitness. I'd recommend it be, because they can be an amplifier for elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I think having a goal that makes you move forward and it's your goal.
Yeah.
Not just like, I want to build a business because someone else is building a business like that. I want to do what they do. So actually where you think of how do I actually want to do it?
Yeah.
So it's like, would you do a photo shoot if you were stuck in a desert and nobody saw it? Or like if nobody saw the pictures and nobody saw the process, would you still do it? So I'm almost like, if nobody saw what you got, would you still do that photo shoot? Would you still build that business? Would you still do that goal and achieve it? If not, it's not your goal. You've been told it is.
Yeah.
So I'm almost like, what's the actual real thing you're doing? At the end of the day, it's the biggest question you can ask. And then who would that person be that would achieve that?
That's true.
So
would you?
In terms of,
would you still do fitness if it wasn't now your job? Like maybe to the let's say to the level you're doing now.
I think my biggest insecurity is childhood, surprisingly. Like, I think most
broken.
people...
I think we're all broken from our childhood.
Broken man.
Yeah.
But it's literally, I was always second best. And for me, I'm not going to say I like feeling like that, but I find it helps me a lot.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like, I always have to keep working to sometimes feel like I'm staying up to track with everyone else.
Yeah.
Which is, I love that. I'm never going to let that go away. So for me, I think I would still do everything the same. If anything, I think I would start to push even harder than I currently am, because that whole mindset of me feeling left behind actually serves me a lot. So I'm always like, I need to reinvent, recreate, rebuild all the time. And it's like, fair play, you're going to be in this forever. But that's okay.
Yeah.
So
no, that's good, man.
It's I think everyone's broken inside in a sense of like there's something that happened where you'd never know. But
it's a weird one, isn't it? Because like I think I did a podcast. It was maybe a couple of weeks ago. I did it with Philippa, and we kind of went on to this, how there's like labeling now, like from childhood. So you'll be labeled as like, because of this, you're labeled with
who's got
ADHD, anxiety, all these different like things, right? Yeah, we can sit here and label ourselves of our past and things like that. And 100%, like, I'm never going to say I had a great childhood. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. I had two parents that loved me. They split up, but big whoop. So does fucking everyone's parents. Do you know what I mean? Big deal. No one achieves things out of like, everything was good. You always achieve things out of some form of trauma. So it's like the reason why people get in good shape is because there was some form of trauma.
100%.
The reason someone gets himself financially in a better position is because they had no money growing up. The reason why someone gets loads of pride from a full fridge is because they didn't have a full fridge. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. Like, I don't believe that we all sit here and achieve things out of our successes.
100%.
It's to say that honestly, one of the probably the only reasons, or a couple of reasons I like bodybuilding in a sense, is because it's really painful, it sucks, and I like training. Do you know what I mean?
Gives you the edge.
Because it's just a painful experience.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. And I don't know, I know if things hurt, they work. And if they suck, they work.
It's so true.
And it's sometimes I kind of, definitely over the last year, I kind of embraced the hard stuff a little bit more. Before I used to have that like victim mentality, being like, why is everything fucking going wrong for me? Like, why is it picking on me? And now I'm like, okay, like this is coming at me. What lesson do I need to learn from this? Like, this sucks. Why the fuck does this suck? Like, what am I trying to be? What's the teaching that's coming to me? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know the frequency laws? Like from, there's like a chart on Google that's worth checking out. It's like shows like what's the highest frequency, what's the lowest frequency.
Attached here.
It's no. It's like
I was going to say like...
the attached here. You'll see it. You'll see like an edit. Just there. Right here.
Go on.
Basically, it says like how the lowest level of frequency and the highest level of frequency in terms of human emotion, it has hertz in terms of what it's measured in. And the numbers is insignificant. It just shows what's better. So like, for example, rather than feeling guilty, you'd rather get angry about it or take pride, or kind of almost that you can go higher and higher into a place of full abundance, right? So let's say if there's a shit situation, one of the best things I find is actually get angry about it, because you get shit done. And then beyond that, you can get neutral and accepting, which is high level. And then beyond that, you get further and further. But I find that really helps me. I'm like, let's really pinpoint exactly this feel. Where is it? What's better?
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes kind of like a mathematical equation. I'm like, let's go back to that chart. What's the number? What's the number?
Yeah.
But almost like it actually helps a lot, because I'm almost like, I find if I get angry at it, either one, it starts me taking action, but then I get better and I'm actually like taking responsibility, or two, it pushes me a lot. But you're better regardless, right?
But you take the emotion out of it to start off with, right? Because you have to observe it. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like if you just reacted on it, that's when it becomes a negative. It's the same sort of thing. Like if someone gets bad news, or someone has a go at them in the street, or someone like cuts them up on driving, people just go boom, the emotion. 100%. And actually, if you take a sit back and like assess, you're going to approach every situation a lot better.
I completely agree.
Same sort of thing. It's like we do it every day. Like our job's just putting out fires, putting out people's problems.
Completely agree.
We're just problem solvers for people all the time. Diets, training, lifestyle factors, families, relationships, vice versa. Then you have the business stuff, and then you've got fucking all these other things to juggle. It's literally just like you just put out fires all day long. Yeah. That's all your job is. So if you're always emotionally involved into them, you're very fucking draining, and you'll make the wrong decisions. Same sort of thing. Like every time we argued with a partner, we'd be like, I'm just going to break up. You're like, I'm going to fucking kill you. And you're like, probably best not to.
I'll throw you out the window.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
I go to my kitchen every day. I'm like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, but that's it. You're like, why are the fucking dishes still there? Whatever it is.
Yeah, 100%.
But like, if you always emotionally reacted on something, you just, it'd be fucking disaster everywhere.
You know, the best advice I heard about relationships is like, building a relationship is the same as building anything else, like a business. Like it gets better and better. Yeah. And I found like there's gonna be hard things, there's gonna be easy things, but you get through that and you find solutions, right? And I think that's I never saw it that way until someone said it that way. I don't know who it was, but whoever it was is a big thanks, because it's like it actually makes you think you have to build this. It's not given. Like nobody gets with a partner and has the best relationship. It's built with time. And it's like you'd expect it to be from social media as well, as what you see. It's like it's gonna be perfect. You find the dream partner, everything's moving forward, it's perfect, right? But you actually build it through being challenged, and it's like you actually get stronger out of every scenario. So like, I always find like, all right, cool. You know what? Things are actually, if this same issue happened 12 months ago, we would have dealt with it differently. But now it's actually much more quicker now.
It's so true.
So it's like you kind of get better and better. You build it up. It's never perfect. Business is broken all the time. It should be. Yeah, that's the game of moving forward. But almost like the same with relationships is like it's never perfect. No, nor should it. But you make it something you build over time. You can't put two people into this room and they build it up. No, nothing. So
no, my mom told me something years and years ago. I can't remember what it was, but pretty much a relationship thing. She was like, you meet someone who is 70-60% the person that you want to be with. The other 40% you build together. So in a sense, it's like the morals of the individual, the spark, the love for them, all these initial things kind of build up that kind of, you could say 40-60%. And then everything else you build. Because if they came in, they're 100% how you want them to be, that'd be pretty much you.
It basically is off.
And then that's the issue, because then you'd be like, you're doing everything that I do and I don't. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't work.
1,000%.
So I think sometimes when you can have a relationship where you're very yin and yang to an extent, being like, it's the same. I find that more beneficial because I'm really terrible at these things. You're really good at these things. Like, can you help me with these things or whatever it is? And like you say, it's like it's two people come together and you both have an incredible strengths. You both have incredible weaknesses. But like you say, like, I'll try and help you make your weaknesses strong and you help me so we can both grow together in that aspect.
So good you said that, to be fair. It's like...
No, it's just like, I think as well, like you say, like if I had to go and date all over again, I'd be like, can we just do all the hardest shit in the world right now and let's get it out of the way? Like, let's just absolutely have the biggest fucking disaster we can think of. Because then we don't understand like what we see, or like I get to see you at your lowest, you get to see me at my lowest, and that'd be just perfect. Do Do you know what I mean? Because let's get through this lust shit. Yeah. Like, let's get through this phase. Like, we can have that on the honeymoon, whatever it is. But let me just like understand who the fuck you are and how you deal with like the turmoil of life.
I thought, you know,
because it's like the whole thing that I've always like, the most attractive characteristics is being like the overcoming of everything.
Yeah.
Like, we got through that. That was really fucking hard, but we did it together. Were we the best couple in it? We might have not been, but we learned so much about each other. So when that next thing pops up, we're like, hey, this is pretty straightforward. We've done way worse back then. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
pretty cool. Yeah, I love that. I love the 60-40 analogy as well, to be fair. That's actually a really nice to think of it. It's like you find 6% of what you like and then 40% you build. It makes a lot of sense, right? It's kind of how it should be.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Unless you say that with training, then you're wrong. It's 60% diet, 40% training. Fuck off. No, it's not.
It's like something I find out about myself. I'm very black and white. I realized I never thought I was. Like,
I think we noticed that when we all went out, because your missus was like, he just likes to do nothing.
Go for a walk, grab a coffee. I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's sweet.
You know, I'm the same. I'm like, can we just stay in routine forever and just go to the same coffee shop for the rest of our life?
I'll be happy to be fair.
But then that's why, because then you have people being like, let's go do this. And you're like, sometimes I'm like, I can't think of anything fucking worse right now. But I'm like, but I know it'll be a good experience. And I know that like, that's the things that I have to say yes to, because otherwise I'll just live the same life for 30 years, like you said.
It's so true that I'm almost like, I never want to go. When I go, I'm like, you know, I'm glad I went.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, they asked me to come here. As in like, one of my, you know, let's say someone's like, oh, let's just go meet up. I'm like, yeah. I'll do it. But then I'll love the fact that I did it. But like, you know, you drag yourself there. Even like, let's say, for example, like, my missus, she loves like experiences. That's the biggest thing she values.
She was a bit scary with that shit she wanted to do. It's like, oh, I'm glad that I don't have to do that. That's really
What did you
ballsy.
say? What was it?
It was just extreme shit, man.
Skydiving.
I was like, fucking glad I'm not involved with that.
I'll watch. See you at the bottom. It's
She'll be throwing you out the plane. You go.
Legit, right? It's like, you're always happy you did it, but then during it's drag, it's like, fuck's sake. Like, she's always like, oh, let's go and enjoy a lunch out. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna love when I do it, but me going there and it's out of routine, it's like, it's a bit of resistance. But it's funny because like coming back to that, it's like I realize I'm black and white. So in even some scenarios, I'm like, as long as I survive, like I eat food, I'm gonna eat lunch and dinner, and nothing's really broken, nobody dies. I'm like, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
And like as long as there's not like a big disaster happening, I think I kind of like, I'm like, cool, it happened and just crack on.
Yeah.
We'll find a way out of this. And like, I'm not sure where that came from, but always I find that that's me. So when it comes to her, I'm like, the solution's there. Like, can you not see it? But she's like, listen to me. But that's how like emotions work.
Yeah, I also sometimes think that's very the difference between like why males and females get along so well together. Because we see things very black and white. Males, we're very like,
you see the solution, you point towards it, basically. Yeah.
I'd also like, I guess I think as well, males, we deal with a lot more mentally than, I think that's, if I could like, if any women would ever see this, I would be like, understand that mentally we take on a lot more burden than you think, but we just don't, we keep it to ourselves
100%.
And we just try and deal with it. We're obviously better now. I think obviously we would speak and things like that if we have friends but like we do just sometimes suck it up and deal with it. So we're taking on more than we can handle, but we are very simple creatures at the same time.
Yeah. It's like,
but like you say, like there is obviously the reason why females are going to be so caring and nurturing to children is because they are more emotional than us. That's why they have that emotional, they will see it through a bit more emotion. And we're like, nah, just put it there.
Yeah, exactly. It's even like in the morning when we wake up and like we're straight to work, she's like, I want to do my routine and get myself a sink. I'm like, let's just go to war. Let's just let's smash the day. She's like, no, I want to make sure the room's tidy and all that bits. Yeah. Like, you know what? I see the value.
But also I love that part as well, because then I'm like, cool. Because I wouldn't do it, but also I like coming back to it.
Yeah. And you're always contributing. I think the best thing is like paying attention to the details as well. Like I'm always like trying to make surprises. Like she'll come home. It's like, I think when she came back from a trip recently, it was like,
I saw that. Was that the balloons?
Yeah, there's 400 balloons. And you know the funniest part, she was like, I think it was 5 a.m. she arrived, and like for context, the entire room was up. Like there was literally no like part of the floor you can see. It was just balloons. I was like, I'm gonna go quite extreme here. It's legit. I think it was like did it over 2 days, and I was like blowing My jaw was hurting, by the way.
I was do it?
I did it myself, and I realized,
bro, that you live in Dubai, man. Someone would do that for you.
I was like, I'm gonna have some fun with this, and then I was like, right, I should have realized there's a pump right there that's in the closet, and then. It's all right, that could have been done much quicker. But I literally had to find a trick. I watched YouTube as well how to do it quicker. And it was like, you get the, the hanger for like when you hang clothes, and you blow into the balloon, you hang it around, you put it in between. Because my fingers are like kind of like
where you tie it.
Yeah, so like you hang it around it, and I was like, this must be an easy way. I've got so many to do. So I ended up doing like 50 batches, and I was like, you know what? That's just kind of like I started playing mind games on myself. So what I would do is like do one, put one in there, and then count it slowly. I'm like, that's 50 now. Let's crack on, move to the side, and that's actually 100. But it took 2 days. So,
but also again, like that's the attractive trait in that, right? It's not the actual,
it's the attention,
it's not the actual thing, it's the process that you went to do that, the thought process, and sometimes as well the shit that you don't want to do, but you do it for them anyway, the sacrificing process.
Like,
and that's the same, like when we talk about training and we talk about food, I'm like, it's not the result, it's the constant. I think the difference is because I know this from a sporting background, is that you didn't have to go to the gym. You didn't really have to worry about what you eat. Like as long as you eat well and you kind of just don't eat fucking half an hour before you get in the water and don't throw up, you'll be fine. Yeah. Like it's all technique. So like as soon as you have to change your body, it's every second of every day. 100%. It's everything you sleep, boom, boom, boom. And that constant sacrifice and that constant discipline is the pride.
I think there's a lot of pride in that. And like knowing you can get shit done is like pretty much a big flex right there. Like
that's why everyone should do. That's why I'm always like, everyone should do a photo shoot.
100%.
Like everyone should get shredded. 100%. Everyone should get the fucking best shape of their life because of what the lessons teach you.
It will completely make your best look your worst.
It changes your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like everyone, like for the day I die, I'll always remember my first photo shoot. Will I remember my third or my fourth? Probably not.
Yeah, interesting.
Will I remember like the fourth time I got on stage? I'm like, I would have to work that in my head now. But I remember the first photo shoot and I remember the first time I got on stage.
Yeah, just seeing yourself and being proud of who you are is the biggest thing. Not many people are. And you do a photo shoot, it's like, shit, I've actually confidently got out of my way to take a picture of myself.
Yeah.
Like full transparency. Like, when you...
Especially as fitness people, we're very being like, oh, I don't like that look, I'm not going to show it.
100%. Like the amount of people I speak to and they're like, don't want to go on video, I'm not confident. I'm like, you are confident, you just hold yourself back in there. Yeah. You're a lot, but like almost that's a different topic. But like, yeah, I think it's just like I said, everyone should get in insane shape once in a lifetime. Gotcha. And you'll just end up having it where like your best becomes your worst. Yeah. And like you won't realize it's your best, but you realize my bar is just much higher, right? Yeah. You're now comparing something and you've seen it achievable, and that's the biggest thing. Just like finding evidence that it can happen.
But that's kind of like you said as well, you'll never go back to being that person.
Yeah.
So it's the same, like I always look at, that's sometimes why I like posting content, because a lot of it's your own personal journey. So I post up, what I look like at 100 kilos versus now at 100 kilos. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, that's cool. And then you post up stage pictures from here versus, and literally similar time periods, all this sort of stuff. And that's truly what it comes down to, because I'll never have that much body fat again. I'll never have that little muscle mass again. I'm never going to be that person again, because you're constantly
coming back.
Yeah, because it's great, because you're like, I did that. Like, as much as I have a coach that guides me, and like same for you have a coach that, cool, eat this, do this, do this. But I'm like, they don't put the food in your mouth. They don't do the reps. They don't train hard. They don't do the check-in for you. They don't go to bed for you. Like, they don't do anything for you. So they just guide you and support you. That's literally it.
Yeah. They're walking the journey with you. But they're not
100%.
You, right? So that's
100%.
It's in a world where you can put money towards a problem and solve it. That doesn't exist in fitness. That's the only thing you can't solve, and it takes you to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you can hire the trainer, get the fancy gym wear, get the shoes, but doing that plank, that's the part that nobody can do for you.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of pride being like, you know what, this is only for me. Nobody can do it. And nobody can make you do it is the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Nobody can make you want to eat better. It's yourself. Like the fact is, everyone's a creature of habits, and someone's like, I've not got time. It's like, well, you're repeating the same things every single day. You're a creature of habit. You can tweak it at the end of the day. And I've always found like how I've not got time is like a weak thing, because I always look at like Elon Musk. He has like 7 businesses. He has like tons of kids. Yeah, it's like he can get it done. And I'm not using that as like a comparison to everyday people.
No, you should though.
You can see it, right?
You should though. I don't think like comparison's not a negative. I don't think it is only if you transfer it into a negative.
100%.
But like 100%, compare yourself to someone that has 7 businesses, that's in great shape, that has 3 kids. Like they still have 24 hours. Like what are they doing differently than you?
Exactly.
They just prioritize their day different. It's the same thing. If we look at like, how can I be better in my day? I'm like, I could probably time block a little bit better. I could probably be more efficient of like when I actually leave to get to the gym, could it be 20 minutes better? Yeah. Like those small things is actually what makes that next leap in your life. Definitely not when you're starting out, because people always focus on the micro first. People always go like, how many calories should I eat? What supplement should I take? Should I focus on my foot positioning on this leg press? Should I do a bicep curl like this instead of this? And I'm like, dude, you're not going to the gym yet. Yeah. So don't worry about what fucking angle you do the bicep curl for. Just go and move the weight.
Yeah.
So like get the macro in, and then once that macro's in, then you can add in the micros. Yeah.
Hey, buzzing.
Yeah.
Then they're going to kick us out in a sec. So.
Oh, is it? Has it been an hour? Yeah. Holy shit.
Buzzing.
That's insane.
I think we definitely have to do this again.
That was fun.
Movie, bro.
That was easy. It's for like 2 hours.
Oh, 1,000%.
That was petrifying how quickly that went. Shit.
It's like, shit, it's 4:15.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no way. But no, it's been a blast.
So what have you got next on this? What's the plan for you?
For me, in terms of business, physique, everything.
Just life, because you're going home in a couple of weeks, aren't you? Go back to the UK.
Heading home and then spend some time there, spend time with family, brothers getting married. So I'm going to be
there. Oh, nice. Sick. And, in Manchester?
Manchester.
Yeah, sick.
This is August, so 2 weeks after mine.
Yeah.
Pretty much doing that, and then just take business and body to the next level.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So it's kind of like, it's always like, it's funny you said that at the start, but like the goal is the same every single year. It's just a higher level.
Yeah, 100%.
How much more can we take? How much more can we get? And that's it. So yeah.
That's it, man. Yeah, nothing crazy. So it's good. No, I appreciate it, man. That was fun. Enjoyed that.
Definitely. It's good.
Easy.
Boom.
Sick. That was fun.